This is the video for 9.1, which is translations. First, we're going to talk about what a transformation is. It is a change in the position, shape, or size of a figure, and a rigid motion is the transformation that changes only the position of the figure. So once we have moved from ABC, and we are now on our new triangle, which is angle ABC, we're going to go ahead and we're going to read it as prime. So ABC prime. The little line right after the A means prime, and that just means it is our new object that we have just created off of the original one. So a translation, your sixth grade teacher may have called a slide. It's a rigid motion that moves every point of the figure in the same direction in the same distance. So here you can see that we've started with this black triangle and we have moved to the blue triangle, and with that every single one is moved over the exact same number of points and down the exact same number of points. So let's go ahead and try on this first one to see which one is the translation. The very first one, we're going to take a look and we're going to see how much have we moved from A to A prime. So we're going to see we have moved 1, 2, 3, 4 places to the left. On B, we have only moved over 2. Therefore, because we've not moved the same number of spaces over, then that one is not going to be a translation. The second one, you can see clearly that the shape and size has changed dramatically from the original one to the new one. So that one is not a translation. The third one then must be it. So let's go ahead and take a look. From A, we're going to move over 1, 2, 3 places to the left and 1 place down. So we're going to say 3 units left, 1 unit down. We're going to look at B. We've moved 1, 2, 3 units to the left, 1 unit down. And C, 1, 2, 3 units to the left, 1 unit down. So this one is our translation. Here are 3 other images that we are going to look at to see which one is a translation. Go ahead and take a moment, look at each one, see if the size and the shape have both changed, or if one of them has changed. A translation should move all of the points the same distance and should not change their shape. So the first one, the D has moved over 1, 2, 3 places. The F has moved over 1, 2, 3, 4 places. So this one cannot be a translation because it is not moved over the same number of times. Okay, from the second one, we're going to look from D to D prime. We have 1, 2, 3 units to the right and 1 unit down. From F to F prime, it's 1, 2, 3 units to the right and 1 unit down. And for E, we have 1, 2, 3 units to the right and 1 unit down. So each one, we have 3 units to the right and 1 unit down. Okay, let's look at our last one. From D to D prime, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 units to the right and 1 unit up. From F, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 units to the right, and then we're going to go down a unit, which means that one is different and therefore cannot be a translation. Okay, this says that triangle ABC prime is the image of triangle ABC after a translation of 2 units to the right and 3 units down. Here we can go ahead and see how we're going to write that. So on A, we have shown that A started out at the ordered pair of -4, 1, and then we have moved A to A prime, which is now -2 to -2. So from A, we've gone over 2 units to the right, and we have gone down 2 units. I'm sorry, 3 units down. For B, we've started at -1, 3, which is here, and then we're going to go down 2 units to the right and 3 units down. Okay, so each one of those we're going to go ahead and put in the ordered pair. Remember that when you are working with your ordered pair, you're going to start at your origin. You're going to go over the amount that is the first number and then up or down the amount that is the second number, because the first number is your X, your second number is your Y. So your first number says -4, 1, so we're going to go from the origin over -4 and then up 1, and then we're going to go ahead and plot A. For C prime, we're going to go in a positive direction 2 places, 1, 2, and then we're going to go down a -3, 1, 2, 3. This is the first problem on part 2. It says that we need to go ahead and plot A, B, and C, and they've given us their plot points. So let's start with A. A is going to be 1, 4, so we're going to move over 1 place and then up 4. We're going to mark it A. B is over -1 and up 2. So we're going to go ahead and mark that B. And C is going to be over +3 and down 2. So we're going to go ahead and draw in that triangle. Then we're going to go ahead and make our next point. From your notes, you can see that it is a translation of 5 units left. And we have 1 unit down. So let's look. From A, we're going to go 5 units to the left. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1 unit down. So that puts A prime here. For B, we're going to move 5 units to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1 unit down. So B prime is going to be here. And then C is going to be the same thing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units to the left and 1 unit down. This is going to be C prime. Then we're going to go ahead and connect. Okay, let's take a quick look. Sometimes on your homework, they're not going to give you the grid, so you're going to have to be able to do this without it. So let's look at A. We have 1, 4. This is your X, this is your Y. When we say 5 units to the left, that's a -5, and that's an X. So I'm going to go ahead and put a -5 here. And it says 1 unit down, so that's -1, and that's a Y. So I'm going to put -1 under my Y. Then I'm just going to combine my numbers going down. So 1 minus 5 is going to be -4. 4 minus 1 is going to be 3. So A prime should be at -4, 3. So let's take a quick look from 0. We're going to go over 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it says up 3, and that puts us exactly at A prime. Let's look at B. B, we started out at -1, 2. And then we're going to go down 5 for our X and down 1 for our Y. So we're going to combine those numbers. We're going to have -6, +1, and that's going to give me B prime. So as we're looking at that, we could go ahead and check and make sure that it is B prime, and in fact, yes it is. It's right here. And then C is going to be exactly the same thing. So C is going to start out 3, -2. We're going to go ahead and take away our 5 for our X and 1 for our Y. So we're going to land at -2, -3 for C prime, which is in fact where our C prime is at. Okay, for our next one, they've already given us our first set of points. So we have J, K, and L. And it says that we're going to move them 4 units to the right and 2 units up. Well, 4 units to the right is going to be a +4. And that, remember, is going to be our X. And then 2 units up, that is also a positive 2, and that is our y. So let's look at it if we just had our letters and our ordered pairs. So here is our ordered pair for j, and then we're going to have +4 for our x and +2 for our y. This is going to give me 0, 3 for j prime. So over 0 and up 3 is going to give me j prime. Okay, for k, we're going to start at -2, -2. We're going to move our x 4 units up and our y 2 units up. So when we combine those, we're going to have 2, 0. So that is going to be k prime. So that means I'm going to go over 2 and up 0. And then for L, we are going to start at 1, 2. And we're going to move 4 units up and 2 units to the right. So this is going to land us at 5, 4 for L. If I were just to count L, I would go 4 units to the right, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 units up. So I am saying that L should be there, which is in fact moving over 5 on the x-axis and up 4 on the y-axis. So that is our new plot points for JKL prime. So this slide just shows us that we're going to be able to write our description of our translations just like they have here. So we've gone from xy to being x plus 4 and y minus 2. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and give that a try. Okay, we're going to start from A and go to A prime. The first thing that we're going to do is check and see how far we're going to go. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units left. That is also called a -5, so that was my x1. And then my y is going to be 1 unit down. So that is y minus 1. So the way I'm going to write it is x comma y is going to translate to x minus 5 comma y minus 1. You can go ahead and pause your video and try this one. Okay, now that you are back, we're going to go ahead and go from P to P prime. So the first thing that we're going to do is how far over are we going to go? So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So along my x-axis, I'm going to go x plus 6. Then I'm going to do my y, 1, 2, plus 2. That's going to be my change from xy. So I'm going to say xy translates to x plus 6, y plus 2. And you can check that on each one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and up 2. Okay, I hope you're doing well. Go ahead and finish your 9.1 notes, and I will see you in class.